Happy Saturday, everybody. It's Bernie and Jill, and today we're going to tell you what Google doesn't care about anymore, and then we'll also tell you what they still care about in some new SEO updates. You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned. Jill.
Yeah.
Google put out some news today about what they no longer consider valid in terms of SEO ranking, didn't they?
Yes. So Google is no longer caring. Well, I shouldn't say they don't care, but factors that will not affect your ranking are now mobile friendliness, page speed, secure sites.
That's the SSL.
And page experience overall.
Oh my God. So what, well, first a lot to unpack there because people often get like bombarded by like other marketing companies who are like, oh my God, your page speed's so slow.
Yeah.
But I've personally been saying, I'm not Google.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us out there too have been like, who cares about the page speed? Because nobody's fingers are fast enough to click off in like a tenth of a second. Like,
and Google was dinging people for being like more than a second. So that was kind of ridiculous.
It was. And then like, but even if like you have a nice video on your homepage and it slows down the site just a little bit, it's not the end of the world. And now that's confirmed. It is not the end of the world.
Yes, correct. It is confirmed. Now, not that you should just throw everything out the window and say, great, I'm going to cancel my SSL certificate and I'm going to rebuild a website that takes 20 seconds to load for one page.
Yep.
Like, obviously, that's not realistic and what needs to be done.
Definitely not.
But what I think is that all of those elements combined, people were like hyper-focused on making those things work. And it was a lot of wasted time.
A lot of wasted time, dude. And it's also like what? It's also the stuff that's easy to understand about SEO. You know what I mean? Like page speed, that kind of stuff, an SSL certificate, mobile friendliness, right? Those are easy to get. And Google's like, you know what? We're going to get even more mysterious on you guys right now.
Yes. Now they really care about natural language processing.
Yeah, natural language processing. There's a few things they care about, but that's the big one, right?
That's the big one that they're really paying attention to.
Yeah. The content still matters.
Oh, yeah. Content is still king. And it matters about how you're speaking to the search engine so that it understands human language so that it can rank you accordingly. So
what does Google care about, Jill?
So I think that what Google overall does want to see is not that we're drilling down to a specific page speed, but really thinking about the strategy holistically in terms of your website. Like, you want to have great user experience. Like, obviously you want people to come to your website. You want your website to load pretty fast, but it doesn't have to be a second. It can be 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and it's not going to hurt your rankings. Yeah.
And I think too, sometimes with people when it's like we just were saying, it's easy to understand, right? So you think like, oh, I haven't got any leads in a day, and you run your website through like some checker and it's like, oh my God, my site is a tenth of a second too slow, and it's like the end of the world. It's like, dude, it's like that. There's more than one thing going on. I promise.
And I think a lot of people were thinking like if their SSL expired and they needed to renew and get a new one, you know, that time frame that it was potentially down was going to hurt them. Like, Google's not punishing you that way. Overall, like you said, if your rankings are down, if your traffic is down, it's more than one thing, and it's not those little things. It's probably got to do with your keywords, your content, your on page. And the overall experience of your website as a whole, not just a bunch of little things.
Yeah, you want to make sure, like you were just saying, be holistic about your approach. That way, if your SEO, you know, sometimes things change, people dip and then go right back up. You always have like the paid backing it up. You have your LSAs, you have some kind of email marketing going on, you have social media, whatever it might be from a holistic standpoint to just kind of like shore up any loose ends and like completely play in Google's sandbox.
Yes, I still think that Google's trying to drill home to us that there's a concept of having a well put together website with great SEO, but they're not going to be drilling things down to little tiny things.
They're not. And this is a lot of really good information. I think it's something that business owners out there should really look into when they're looking at their websites right now. Yeah. Because a lot of them probably like, oh, well, that's all I even know about SEO. What do I do? Yeah. So I would say talk to your SEO guy.
Yeah. And if you see that your website is not ranking, or you see traffic going down, or you're just unhappy with conversions, it's probably bigger things, and things are changing a lot with AI, and you've got to have an agency that is changing with the times, and we're one of those agencies.
We are, in fact, one of those agencies. It's right there in the name, so I'm not even wearing the shirt today. You are. That's all right. Great stuff, Jill. Any final thoughts for the people out there?
Nope, but if you're doing SEO and you're not happy with your results, talk to us. We'd love to do an audit for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jill. Everybody else, we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.